is a little bit different. It's going to be just old Andy here working on our live today. What we're going to be doing is a little different than working on the Miracle Mission site that we were working on before. Today, we're going to be actually helping another client that we have. They're called Village Computer. And right now, their website is having some issues. So what I'm essentially going to do during this hour is I'm going to rebuild the site, but in a pretty quick way. So what I got to do is I've got to download the database, and I got to basically rebuild the website. And then after I rebuild that website, then I have to clone all those pages and make it new because it has gotten infected with some kind of malicious virus. So in this is basically save a site. Today we'll be saving a site. We'll be fixing a site that is having an issue and trying to fix the issue and start fresh, because we want to start fresh from a new beginning. It's going to have all the same content. It's going to have all the same images. It's going to have all of that stuff. So let's enjoy. The first thing I'm going to do is actually I'm going to go to Facebook. I'm going to make sure that we are streaming everywhere and that I can be heard. So first I'm actually going to Facebook. Okay, and I'm going to go to my own page here and see, yep. All right, cool. Actually, and my subtitles are working, so that is perfect. Excellent. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to share the website that I'm working on. Now, they have the hosting company I have it on right now. This literally just happened today. That's why we're doing this special episode. Nuno is unfortunately not with us today, but this will work out. So let's see here. So let me share my screen. Actually, let me bring this over here. I'm going to bring this one over here. So as you can see, the website is not actually loading at all. Since it's not loading, we have a little bit of an issue. We need to make this website load. In order to get this to load, though, we're going to have to download a version of the website. I'm going to be taking the actual copies and re-putting it on a new hosting account within the server and then scrubbing it out. So all we got to do, so the first thing we got to do, we need to go, we need to make sure that none of the pages are working. And as I can see, none of them are. So I'm actually going to go into SiteGround where I'm hosting the site. Okay, and I'm going to bring this up so that you can see it. And I'm going to search for the one I'm working on. Now, the way I'm doing this is I'm not going to just bring the site down and make a copy of it and then put it back up, because that would basically negate the whole purpose. The reason it would negate the whole purpose is because we just have the same problem again. We don't want to have that. What we want to do is that we want to make it all fresh and all brand new. So first I'm going to go into File Manager. And actually I was playing with this before. I'm actually going to delete this now. And this is what happened. I had suspicious files in here. We're trying to clean this out, but it has been very, very difficult. And I believe that I've already clean this all out. Let's be 100% sure. So that I make sure I have a clean copy. So the first one we're going to check is plugins. Okay, yep. See, there it is. There's one of the problem folders. So we're going to take care of that right now. We're going to delete that. Okay, so there is a line of code. There's something in here that is causing all these problems. And I have to get this website back up and running so I can figure out what the problem is. And I don't want to wait for SiteGround to give me that access. So I'm going to keep going through here. Let's go into the temp folder. Oh, that's empty. Okay. Go back into the quarantine. Okay. We're going to check in plugin. We're going to go to, there's a fake HTML file. Yes, we got nice and infected. Woo, this is awful. So you're going to see in real time, people are trying to actively hack this website. And then on another video later on, I'm going to be showing how to protect it so this doesn't happen again in the future. So let's just get through this, start deleting all these files. Actually, I'm going to delete this version of WordPress right in here too. Okay, because I want to make this nice and easy for me to upload. Okay. And I believe that we got it all. Make sure. Okay. Okay, let's see. I'm just doing a quick little clean. And then it says that there's a problem with one of the plugin files, excuse me. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go to WP include. I'm going to go into the plugin. There's a plugin file here. And see if there's a line of code that is actually giving us any problems specifically. And we'll edit this. And it doesn't look like I'm even able to edit it. Let's see if I can edit any other one of these. Yeah, I can edit that one. And then when I go like this, see if I can edit this one, it won't even load. And that's a problem. So let's see what we can do here. So we're going to delete this file completely. And I'm going to grab, there we go. And we're going to upload a new plugin file, excuse me, and see if that helps us out at all. Okay, so we're going to go to public HTML. We're going to go to includes. Then I'm going to upload a new file that I already downloaded from a version of WordPress. Actually, I'm uploading that file right now. Actually, I'm uploading the whole zip. So we're going to make a brand new, like I said, we're going to be making a brand new version. So how do I do that? So the first thing I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to go into public HTML. And I'm going to grab all the content. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to archive it. And I'm going to just call this content. It should allow me to zip that up. And once I zip that up, I'll be able to download it. While that's going on, let me explain exactly what we're going to be doing. Oh, actually, did that already happen? That happened a little quicker than I expected, which is awesome. So I'm just going to download this file real quick, and that's downloading for me right now. All right, so that's going to happen in the background. I'm going to be running up a new website, and I'm going to get this site working again. Once I get this site working again, I'm going to be putting in a plugin called All-in-One Backup. And that All-in-One Backup is we're going to download just the content, just the pages. So it's all new information. And then once all that new information is done, I'm going to be able to upload that into a brand new, fresh, clean install that theoretically will be completely fine because it won't have any of that. It won't have any bad files in there. All right, so how do I do that? First, we're going to go to my dashboard. We're going to go back to my account. And I have a couple of empty, unused sites that I had run up. And I'm going to be using one of those sites to do the staging on this. So all I got to do is search for 241. There it is. I'm going to go into Site Tools. And I'm going to go over to WordPress over here, install and manage, and I'm just going to delete this thing. This thing is going to be completely deleted. I already had checked that it wasn't going to matter because it was just a scratch site that I was using to practice with. So I'm going to go actually back to my account. I'm going to go back to Village Computer. Okay, I'm going to go to Site Tools. I'm going to go to Site, MySQL. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to download the database. So I go to phpMyAdmin and I access my database right here. Okay, and then in here I have my full database of the files. Let's see which one is the most recent one. I need to first see which one was the most recent one. Okay, 2 users. That's WBC3. Okay, so the first thing you got to do to back up your database is you want to pull this down. To pull that down, we're going to export it right here. And I'm going to click Go right here, and that's going to download the SQL database. That database is the heart and soul of the website. That's the thing that makes the whole thing run. We're going to push this up to the new site to get that all running. So we already have the content, and I met just to remind you, what I want to do is I want to have the cleanest install that I can make. So I've only taken the content and I've only taken the database. I don't want to have too much more than that because everything else is just going to get installed on its own. And this should theoretically work just fine. So if I go to, I'm going to change this to 241 again. Go into this. Okay, and I'm going to create a brand new database. And I am going to do this off screen so I don't share the username and password of this. So I'm just doing this over here on the side. I hope you understand. Okay. And let's delete the old one that was in here. Okay. And we're going to create a new database. And I'm going to copy that. And I'm just doing a little backup on the end here so I know my username and passwords for when I do the hard part, which is adding a username and password. Okay. Create user. Copy. Again, like I said, what I'm doing in here in the back end is I'm adding it to, there we go, beautiful, confirm. Okay, if I go to my database, I've got 2 users, beautiful. So I have the information that I need. Now, all I got to do is actually put in the files. So I'm going to bring this back up. Okay, and what we're going to do is we are going to run up a new version of this WordPress website, and we're going to install it brand spanking new. Okay, I'm going to make a username and a password, as I always do. Okay, I'm going to email it to myself, and I'm going to be the initial user here. And that's going to take a minute to spin up. While that's spinning up, I'm going to go explore this folder that I had. This folder has, it might have a bunch of stuff in there that I don't want. So I want to I'm going to go into the plugins and I'm going to just make sure that it's nice and clean. Okay, and we're going to delete the cache out of here. So we're starting with something completely new. Okay, downloads. We're going to extract this. Okay, this is just going to take a minute. I'm going to let that run in the background. Okay, and then we can view site. Good. Now we have a nice, clean, empty site. And that I can upload my content into. So I'm going to go to File Manager. I'm going to go into here. I'm going to go into my content. Actually, I'm going to upload my content right into here right now. So we're going to File Upload. I'm going to grab that content. And it is going to start uploading. Okay, and that's just going to take a second. As you can see, it's moving right along. All right. Okay, as it's moving right along, let's see. What can I do while I'm waiting? I can go into the Mysql database, and as we have 2 databases right here, I can see what I have. See, this is the one that I made for myself. This is the one we're going to be switching into. So I'm going to go to phpMyAdmin. I'm going to access my database. Okay, and I'm going to upload my file into here, my database file that I just had. Just click here, and I'm going to hit go. And that's going to import all the data into the system. Let's let that run. All right. There's a little bit of a server error, it seems. Let's take a look, see if it actually uploaded. It is in there. Sometimes that just happens. If we go to the options, great. I've got the URL here, just like I wanted. Okay. Okay, hold on a second. All right. So then we're going to go over here. We're going to go over here, in here, options. Okay, so we're missing a couple things in here that we got to fix. No wonder it had an issue. So we're going to go back into here. I'm going to actually delete all these. I'm going to drop all those database files, tables. This is some heavy stuff, just so you know. Sometimes, on occasion, we have to do some really heavy stuff. But what I'm going to be able to do based on this is make a whole brand new website. And this is what a professional designer sometimes needs to do. So this is PHP MyAdmin. PHP MyAdmin is a really cool program. It's one of the earlier programs that allows you to manipulate the SQL database. It looks like we might still be having this issue. Hold on just one sec. Options. All right, so my initial idea may not work. That will sometimes happen. Hold on a second. I don't know why I'm having an import problem here. Sometimes you just have to do it over and over again until it takes. I'm going to go to open. I'm going to take a look. Okay, sometimes if I uncheck some of these, sometimes it'll work just fine. So that might be causing some of the issue. Hopefully this should work for importing. No, it is not. Okay, so that is not going to work. If I go back in here, did it work this time? Looks like some of the information has gone in here. All right, so let's see. And let's see if options came in here. Let's see if we can get the website working this way. Actually, so this doesn't seem to want to work. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to Village and see if I can get something working in there. And if I can do that, sometimes I can fake it. So we're going to keep trying, and we're going to keep doing it. This is a different way. I'm going to obviously have to do this another way. So I'm going to go back into the Village one. I'm going to make a brand new WordPress website and see if that will allow me to actually create a new, let me change that. Allow me to create something new. So we're going to make a new folder. We're going to make a subfolder. We're going to call this fix so I don't lose it. And we're going to install it right there. And I might be able to then instead get the website working this way. Just to go over again, what I'm doing is I'm recreating the website, trying to get it up and running again in order for me to then download and bring it back down. All right, so let's see. Okay, let me see if the site is running on here at all. Beautiful. Okay, cool. So at least I have that. And since I'm in the same folder, I can actually go into the site and just change the database username and password to take care of this, to get this working the right way. So I go into my config file. Okay, we're going into the config file, and I'm going to pull this information. Now, this isn't going to matter that I'm showing this on camera right now, because when I'm done, this isn't going to exist. This is going to go away. So nothing to fret about right there. So now I'm going to go into my, I'm going to take my content file. Actually, I'm going to go into fix, which is the new one I'm building. And I'm going to go into this config file. I'm going to edit here. Okay, I'm going to grab this data again. I'm going to paste it right in here. Okay, I've pasted it. I'm going to save it. Let's see if this will even run. Okay, English. Let's see here. First, we're going to go into the databases, MySQL, and see what we have here. Okay, so this one is this one. Okay. Like I said, this doesn't matter that I'm showing this on my screen because it should be running. It will be running in a new fashion. Let's see here. Okay. Right. And I think I might know what some of the issues are here. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this a different way. Again, I'm going to go into this config file. I'm going to go into this config file right here. I'm going to copy the whole thing. And I'm going to go into fix. I'm going to go into this config file. And I'm going to take this and paste the whole thing. Hopefully that should take care of it. Okay, and then all we got to do is hit save. And this should get me to at least a login screen. So it's the actual database that is giving the trouble. And that's the thing that's not running. Okay, so I think I have another solution. So just to reiterate, what we're doing is we're trying different things back and forth to get this old website running up again. And sometimes it's a little difficult, but I will figure it out. So let's see here. If I do it this way, let's see if I copy this. Go into File Manager. There we go again. I'm going to change what is the name of the database. I'm going to save it. And now let's see if it's running now. No, it is not. All right. So we're going to go back over here. We're going to go to MySQL. We're actually going to open up phpMyAdmin, access it. We're going to take this database here. We're going to select it. We're going to export it. We're going to do a quick export, and then we're going to try to upload it into the other one. Okay, so we're going to import it all. We're going to check all. We're going to drop these. Then we're going to import all this. Hopefully this should do it. And it is importing now. Yes. Woo, we were able to import everything. Excellent. And if I go over here and I go over to structure, excuse me, if I go into, and then I go into my options, everything is loaded just like I want it to be. Excellent. So now I just need to go in here, change this to fix. And then I got to make sure I have the right username. I have the right information to log into here. Hold on just one sec. So what I do is I go to databases. I'm going to add a user. The user I'm going to add is File Manager. Okay, is 488. Okay, took a minute. Got to remember exactly what I'm working on. It's going to be 488. There we go. Confirm. All right. See if this is running now. Not yet. There we go. Okay, hold on just one sec. I'm trying to get into the site. I'm going to exit this. And if I go to pages, I don't have any of my pages. Oh, because that's on 241. No wonder. Okay, let's see if we can get this guy to work. Okay. And that still is not working for us. Okay, so we tried. But unfortunately, this doesn't seem to want to run for us. So what we're going to have to do is actually get in contact with SiteGround, but we'll do that after the show. What I wanted to show you on the new site, I'm going to go back to this. Let's go to 241. And I'm going to delete everything here. And I'm going to make a new site ready to be built. It's going to get Divi installed. It's going to get everything ready so that I can turn this into the new Village Computer website. So all I got to do is go into WordPress. I'm going to install and manage this. I'm going to delete what's over here. I'm going to delete this application. And that should be gone. And I'm going to make a brand new WordPress website. And I'm going to show you exactly what I'm going to add to it to make sure that we have a viable website for later on. Got to come up with a username and password. I'm not going to share the password this time. And I'm going to use my information to make a to-do. Okay. And I don't want to have the WordPress installer. So this is going to make a brand new site. And then I'm going to install everything that I use to build out a new website. That didn't seem to work. Hold on just a moment. Hopefully this should create a new website without an issue now. Doing this special episode. Nuno is unfortunately. Okay, so this is taking a moment. Let's see if it's actually installing in here. Here we go. We are almost done. Sometimes this takes a minute or two. And we're going to go to see if we got anything running here. So this site is coming online. Just needs another minute. While we're waiting, I'm actually going to bring up a brand new website. So this is how you do this in SiteGround. You go to new website. I'm going to choose my hosting plan. It's going to be a temporary domain. It's going to be 362. I'm going to start a new website. And it's going to be straight WordPress. I'm going to make sure I have a better password in there. And we're going to choose not to add the site scanner. We can use that for later on. And this is going to draw up a brand new website. I'm going to be installing Divi. I'm going to be installing the all-in-one backup and any other files that I might need for this website. Now I can check which files I want by looking at my content folder that I already have over here. So those plugins are going to be the WordPress SEO. We're going to have our cache, pixel images. We're going to have the ability to duplicate a page. We're not going to use this thing called Divi Booster because we don't need it anymore. And this thing called Better Search and Replace. So we're just waiting for this to come online. Now the plugin that I'll be using is called All-in-One Migration. This is when I'm ready for it, All-in-One Migration has everything that I could possibly need for moving a site. I use this all the time when I'm migrating a website. And let's see how this is going. Still taking its blessed time. Let's see here. Okay, we're going to check to see if this is actually running at all yet. And actually, let's see if this 241 one ever got spun up. No, it's having a lot of trouble. So we're waiting for this one to come online also. So in the meantime, I'm going to go into my Elegant Themes. This is by far my favorite theme. This is called Elegant Themes. This is called Divi. Now, Divi is great because Divi allows me to have a lot of fun and use all their products to build all my sites in a really cool fashion. It's used for web agencies, freelancers, small business owners, and so forth. And I have a long-standing account in here. I've had it for years. And in here, I have downloaded a lot of the different, I can have all these layouts and layout libraries so that with those libraries, I can easily transfer pages in between different sites and continue the look and feel that I want to go with. All right, so it looks like I just got the information that my new site is ready to rock, ready to show. So here it is, awesome. And I'm gonna go into the admin area. Now, it starts with this starter thing, but I am not a big fan of this. So I'm going to exit it because it's trying to make me install all this stuff, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to go over here. I'm actually going to get rid of this plugin, and I'm going to just clean this guy out. I'm going to leave security. I'm going to leave optimizer, but I'm going to get rid of central. So I'm going to deactivate it, and then I'm going to delete it. After I do that, I'm going to go into themes. And I'm going to delete these two themes because I don't need it. But actually, before I do that, I'm going to add the Divi theme. So I go back to Elegant Themes. I'm going to download a new version of the Divi theme, ready to go. Came in right there. Okay. I'm going to push this over to the side because I'm going to need some information from that in a minute that I don't want to share publicly. So I'm going to upload the new Divi theme. Click upload theme. Choose Divi. It's going to install. And once I've installed this, I'm going to activate it, and then I'm going to delete all the other themes that I don't need. All right. So first I'm going to go into this one. I'm going to just delete it. I want to keep it nice and tidy and get rid of all these themes that I won't be needing. Delete that one. And delete this one. Okay, and then after I've done that, I'm going to then go into Divi and I'm going to add my my API information, which I will not be sharing on online like this. So I'm just going to copy this, and I'm going to grab my API, which can't be seen. Okay. All right. There we go. And that should check out by a green check mark right here. All right. So now I have a verified copy. Now I'm going to go into plugins, and I'm going to grab that plugin that I've been wanting to use. And I'm going to actually shut these off because I'm not going to use them right now, but I will use it later. So I'm going to add that all in one migrate. It should come right up. Yep, all-in-one migration. I'm going to install that now. And that's just going to install, and I'm going to activate that. And that's going to be ready to go. All right, now that I've done that, I am ready to upload my old site into this new site, but I'm going to add a couple more things that I need based on that information. There's the Pixabay images. Let me just grab that. Pixabay. And I'm going to be able right here. I use these images because I have a username and password for this particular plugin to get all my images. Let's see. And then I'm going to get some anti-malware stuff, but I'll get that much later. Okay, so we have our basic information. All right, so now I'm going to go back to this database, and I'm actually going, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to create a new one within this folder and see if I can get that to work. So I'm going to go to Home. I'm going to go to Websites. Okay, I'm going to go to 362 again, Site Tools. And I'm going to spin up a new WordPress website. Actually, you know what I could do? Is I could create a completely new site. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull it in right here and see if maybe I can get that to work. So I'm going to do it one more time. But this is going to be a little different. This is going to be in the subfolder, and this is going to be called Old Site. Took a minute to realize exactly what I wanted to do. And I'm going to go and I'm going to just use my old email address. I don't really use that much anymore, but I only use it for certain projects like this. And that's what that's going to do. It's going to spin up another site. And in that site, this one in particular, I'm going to see if I can fail to, okay, old site, application not fine, fail to install. Okay, let's try that again. I think I need to do it with the starter. That's what happened last time. So I'm going to install that. And that didn't work again. Okay, let's try to make a staging site. We'll call this Old Site. Okay, so this is just running up and creating a new staging area. All right, Old Site has been created, and let's see what we got inside of Old Site. Beautiful. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, that's really, really good. So if I go to site, I go to MySQL, is there a second database created? Yeah, right there. That's exactly what I needed. Okay, let's see what is in that folder. Well, not here. I'm going to go to staging. Side of staging in the config. XGRM. So I go to there. XGRM. Excellent. Now I can go in here and I can go to PHP MyAdmin. Hopefully this one will work. Okay. XGRM right here. Okay. Okay, I'm going to delete all this. Just empty that out. XGRM. Oops. Actually, not empty. I should have dropped it. Right, so I'm going to drop all those files, and now we're going to try to upload this one more time. Hopefully this time it'll work, and if not, we're going to have to deal with the good people over at SiteGround, which I'm trying to avoid because I want to try to get this up without without having to go back to them for just a little while, so I can make sure I have the best version of this website available. So this is uploading right now. Yay. And if I go into here and I go into the structure and I go into the options, voila. All right. And it looks like it's missing a couple entries here. And I wonder if that's actually the thing that's causing the issue. All right, so let's take a look here. So if I go to staging and we click on the staging site, very, very interesting. Let's see if I can do it this way, English. Oh, you know what? I think I know what the issue is here. I need to go into File Manager. And there should be a thing in here. There it is. Let's see what we have in this database. This database is called WP_. So this little guy here is what's preventing it from installing. Save that. And with any luck, I should be able to get this guy running. Okay. Did that work? And we're still getting the issues. I actually think I see where the issue is now and why I can't seem to get it to run. It's because I'm missing a couple of line items that are in here. So if I go to options, see when I go to options here, but then I go to options here, see how that's missing right here? I think I see my issue. So I need home right here. I need these two entries right here. So what do? I take this. I'm going to export. Okay, and I'm going to just export just those two. I'm going to and see if I can import just those two right in here. Options. Going to import. Actually, I'm going to do this the hard way. I'm just going to create brand new rows. Here we go. Staging. Actually, I need to grab this information from staging. Paste it there. And hopefully, I need to grab this whole information here. This is the one I need. Copy. Paste. Let's see if I can get this guy running. Let's hope. Oh, it's forcing me back and forth to this one. Oh, I think I'm in. Haha. All right. I think we got it. Okay. Just got to grab the username and password for this. Whoops. Okay. Log in. Did it work? Nope. Almost there. See, oops. Okay, we're going to try to get a new password. Hopefully I received an email by now so I can get into that. Okay. Oh, there we go. I'm going to make a new password. Nope, it's not going to be that. Save password. Okay. Okay, and we should be able to log right in. Yes. And if I go to pages, all my pages are right there. And then will this view? This will not view. Oh, no, because it's going to VillageComp. All right, so we just got to fix that guy. So I go to settings. There it is. There's our issue. Copy this. Paste this. Hit save. Actually, I got to do the permalinks next. Okay. All right, and hopefully this should be working. Let's see if just a random page will work. And a random page does work. That is fantastic. Okay. At least we have the information. At least we have the data. As long as I have the data, I'll be able to run. I'll be able to pull it down and at least run the stuff. Okay, so that's going to end it for today. I was able to make a backup version of this website to experiment with and to fix. So now that I've done that, I'm going to be able to go back and fix this website. It was a little hard, a little not what I had expected it to be. I'm going to stop sharing. It's a little harder than I assumed. It unfortunately took a little longer than I wanted to, but I was able to. What I did is the most important thing. I was able to make a copy of the website that I could experiment with and fix the problem I'm dealing with. So that's what I'm going to be working on now. I want to thank you for following along with me. I'm looking forward to showing you more stuff as we fix websites, work on websites, and create new things. Have a great day.